What's up? It's Jacob, Next Big Thing Sports here, back with another video, and today we're talking about the Mavs-Lakers game last night, and in particular, Luka Doncic. So as you can see, the Lakers defeated Dallas Mavericks last night, 107-99, and Luka's first game back against the Mavericks since he was traded at the deadline. And overall, pretty good performance from Luka, who poured in 19, 15, and 12 on 6 for 17 shooting and 1 for 7 from 3. So he was pretty inefficient last night. Luka had a 46% true shooting percentage, which is not great. So like I said, it was an inefficient game, but he did a lot of other things really well. So overall, I think it was a really good game. And you got to think he was really amped up too. Oh, I'm sure he was nervous. I'm sure there was a lot of things going on in his mind. So overall, I thought he played a really good game, which was to be expected. So there was a lot of emotions going on last night. At the beginning of the game, you did see Luka and Kyrie embrace at the beginning of the game, which was cool to see as a Mavs fan. It's cool to see that those two guys, there's no bad blood there, because there shouldn't be. I mean, this doesn't have to do with either one of those guys. You know, they're not the one that made the decision to move on, from Luka to move on from the Mavs. But there was a couple of big things. After hitting the big three in the first quarter, his only three of the game, Luka did stare down the Mavs bench. There's even a picture that some people said that he was staring down Nico Harrison as Harrison was in the crowd last night. There's another video that came out of Luka doing some push-ups with Nico Harrison in the background. I think this one's a little bit of a reach. I don't even know if Luka saw, you can see Harrison way back there standing on the other side of the court. We don't even know if Luka saw him. We don't know what Luka was doing push-ups for. He could be doing push-ups for a missed shot. He could be doing push-ups for any reason. But, obviously everyone's saying that he was a little knock on Harrison, saying he was doing some push-ups, to maybe show that he's in shape. And then on the Mavs side of things, Kyrie Irving was terrific last night. 35 points, 12 for 27 from the field, took over at times, played really good defense. Max Christie did not have his best game last night, his worst game as a Mav. But the same thing, really young guy. I'm sure there was a ton of emotions last night in the game for Max Christie. Just a lot going on. Max Christie, it even came out this week that he said the night of the trade that he got zero sleep, just set up all night in the floor in his hotel room. That's just a tough thing to happen. You're moving halfway across the country from the only place you've ever known in your professional career. For both of those guys, it's just a really hard transition. I know there was a lot of emotions for Christie too. But back to the game, the Mavs put up a good fight, but it's clear that with all the injuries the Mavs have going on, the Lakers are the better team right now. I am really impressed with the Lakers' offense. The thing I'm most impressed with is just how well they move without the ball. I think J.J. Redick has done a good job. And another thing with the Lakers, especially recently, has been defensive intensity, especially if you watch the Denver game on Saturday. Their defense has been incredible. Holding the Mavs to under 100 last night. The defensive intensity has been great. It's been great team defense. And, last night, like I said, everyone was amped up, so that was to be expected. But if you watch other Lakers games, this is becoming a common theme, especially in the last month, of the defense really stepping up. But it's been a lot better. And like I said, guys moving without the ball, the offense has been great. And Luka last night didn't have his best shooting game, but he opens so much up for this offense. The amount of tension he draws. Like last night, there's multiple occasions where Austin Reeves, who is already a great player in his own right, already a great shooter, can already create his own shot. But there was times last night where he's able to become a spot-up shooter because Luka gets into the lane and then draws so much attention that the whole defense collapses, and he's able to kick it out. Even a couple times last night, throwing it over his head, making a pass only he could, kicking it out to Austin Reeves for a wide-open three. And those shots are layups to him. He's a great player. But then obviously also last night, LeBron James, 16 points in the fourth quarter, absolutely took over. The way he's just still able to get wherever he wants, whenever he wants to get there at 40 years of age is ridiculous. No one can guard him off the bounce. If he's not blowing by you, he's just going to use his size, and he's going to play through you. He's going to finish through contact. That fadeaway jump shot, it might be the best fadeaway in basketball. It's just insane how effective he still is. And him and Doncic last night was maybe the best I think they've gelled together. There was a lot of times where Luka was able to set up LeBron. Which again, 12 dimes for Luka last night. There's been times where LeBron has been really effective playing without the ball, moving without the ball. There's been a lot of times where Luka's already hit LeBron in transition on a leak out. that people get really excited about that. So they looked good together last night. Overall for Luka, I thought this was a successful game for him. Obviously, the Lakers won. The Lakers looked like the better team. I thought he played pretty much, for the most part, a really good game. And as a Mavs fan, it's really weird watching it. Like, you're still not used to it. You're still not used to seeing him play for the Lakers. You're definitely not used to seeing him play against the other team. And then when he's doing things like staring down our bench and stuff like that, it's just kind of hard. It's just a weird feeling as a Mavs fan. It's something that Mavs fans, we probably won't get used to, maybe ever, at least not for a long time. Because as a Mavs fan, we don't really, like, at least me personally, don't hold anything against Luka. Like, that's my favorite player, so it's kind of weird to see him, like, staring down the team that I pull for when you're used to seeing him do that to other teams. Like, watching the game last night, like, obviously I'm rooting for the Mavs in, like, a weird way. Like, you're still rooting for Luka, too. It's just something that, as a Mavs fan, it's going to take some time getting used to. I do think I would absolutely love to see these teams both healthy and face off in the playoffs. Because I do think if the Mavs are healthy, I do think there's still a better team than the Lakers, in my opinion. I think with Anthony Davis, I think this Mavericks team is still one of the best teams in basketball. I just hope Davis can get back in time for the playoffs and back in time to get acclimated and get used to playing with the Mavs. Comment down below what you think about Doncic's performance. Comment down if you thought it was a successful return against the Mavs for Doncic last night. But it was a really entertaining game. Klay Thompson, also a guy I want to talk about, played terrific last night. Really heated up in the fourth quarter. Gave the Mavs a chance to win. But down the stretch, LeBron just made too many plays. Was the difference in the fourth quarter. That's it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe for daily sports content. Again, I'm Jacob with Next Big Thing Sports.